Welcome. You are now invited to join
the common clay of the New West. The common clay, the common clay, the common clay of the New West. Morons.
All my life watching America, all my life there's panic in America. There's trouble in America. There's panic in America.
The fuck was that?
Razor light America.
Oh yeah.
Thought it was relevant because America's gone mad.
Is it?
We were talking about it yesterday, weren't we? Kanye West.
Oh yeah, I love that.
Yeah.
What is that about? What's he?
Time doesn't exist.
Time doesn't exist. To be honest, the nutty things he was saying was like, yeah, he always says nutty things. What's he saying? How much he loves Trump and kissing and cuddling him for?
It was weird, wasn't it? Because
What's
Trump was
that
like,
about?
I'm here with two guys I like and they like me, and Kanye was like, no, I love you. Got up and like hugged him and stuff. wasn't it?
Shag him like.
See what T.I. said about it. T.I., you know, the rapper, producer
yeah.
guy. He worked with Kanye back in the day, and they're mates. And he's like, fuck Kanye now.
Really? Nice.
Yeah, he's
Fair
like, probably
play.
come out
Yeah,
like,
fuck him.
it's mad. You shouldn't be doing that.
Yeah. Just fuck off, innit?
Hi, by the way.
Hello, welcome to Common Clay of the New West.
Thanks.
Speaking of America, we had loads of American listens last week.
Oh, cool.
Literally mostly America. Listens were down, but it was mainly American. So I just want to say, if you are American and you're listening, email in, let us know where you are. We've got quite a few emails this week, but like, tell us where you are and who you are. I
I
think.
always quite like that.
Yeah. Where, like, anything else you want to know?
What barbecue do you prefer? The one from Texas or the one from Kansas City?
Was it like barbecue sauce?
Like the barbecue food, like brisket.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
There's a massive argument about what's better, Texas or Kansas City.
Well, the barbecue
Okay.
food I had in Kansas City last year was the best food I ever had in my life.
Have you had Texas barbecue?
No.
No.
So we'll
Let
see.
us know.
Send us some
send us
in.
email and
Post
send,
us some.
send in the on your credit card the long digit on the front as well. Send that in as well,
And the security
the
code.
3 ones on the back. Yeah, send
yeah.
them in,
Yeah.
just so we can really get to know you.
Yeah.
I was going to do a quiz again, but I didn't do a quiz, so I've just found one online. Right, so we'll just do a quick question to warm up.
Yeah.
What is the name for a female fox?
Fuck.
Fuck.
I was going to say foxette, but it didn't come out like that.
I don't know. I like Chris's.
Fuck.
A fuck set?
Okay.
Fuck.
Okay. Actress Salma Hayek was born in which country?
Venezuela.
Colombia.
This is the Central or South American, isn't she?
It's the obvious one.
Oh, USA.
Scotland.
No. Okay, you guys are okay.
That's not
Okay.
who she is.
In American English, it's known as the car hood. What's it known in the UK?
Bonnet.
Bonnet.
There you go.
Yeah.
Joe wins this round.
Car bonnet, like.
Okay, do you want to know if a bonnet it was?
When I was in school, there was a girl that there was rumours she had sex on the front of a car, and my mate wrote her a poem called "Sonnet on a Car Bonnet."
Nice. Wrote her a poem or a poem about her?
A poem about her.
Okay.
Did she ever hear it or read it?
I think so. Don't know. I never actually read it. I just like the title.
Yeah, that's a good title. Anyway, a female fox is called a vixen.
Oh,
yeah.
I did know that.
And what was the other question? Oh, Mexico.
Mexico. Oh, yeah, I said Central America.
I said Venezuela. Oh shit! I dropped-
You did that like twice on the last time.
I didn't.
No, I didn't. It wasn't recorded, and I didn't say the words.
Hold on a second while I pick my phone up.
Yeah, oh, whoops! I've dropped my phone.
Right, should we move into weird news?
Yeah.
Because we got lots to get through.
Yeah.
So.
Yep.
Weird news. Oh, weird news. Large Hadron Collider could accidentally summon God.
It's not an accident.
Researchers in the LHC Large Hadron Collider they use it, to smash particles into each other. I can't fucking talk today. Oh. So they smash the particle. We've been through it before, didn't they? They bang
Yeah.
them together and they get more things. But the consequences could be far more severe and potentially summon a god or evil presence, according to conspiracy theorists.
I'm into it.
Yep. A professor, I'm not going to say his name, a professor in Moscow stated that they could tear a hole in the fabric of space-time. So we went through that before when they could end the world. And conspiracy theorist website, All Time Conspiracies, said the claim that they were looking for a god particle was blind to deflect attention from its true purpose, to create a wormhole underground and open a gateway which God could arrive on Earth. However, it's not the like Christian god most of us are familiar with. They would plan on summoning Shiva.
Oh, the destroyer.
Yeah, the source of all evil in Hinduism. Shiva is the great destroyer.
Yeah.
So, to obliterate all existence and give birth to a new one. So,
I think the theory behind Shiva is he or she works in a trifecta of a creator, maintainer, and destroyer.
Yeah.
So things need to be destroyed for new things to be created. So it's,
Scientists were like, we're fucking up.
yeah,
Let's do it again, but
Yeah.
not fuck up next time. Maybe like Trump and Kanye and that.
imagine that you're like, right, we got 3 god jobs available. We got the creator. Someone goes, yeah, I'll have that one. Then you go, we're gonna need a destroyer. Oh, that's a good one. Yeah. Then you go, the maintainer. You go, I don't look after shit. It's not exciting or interesting. Yeah, well, the other jobs have already been taken.
Yeah.
So that's yours, the maintainer.
I like the one with all the faces. Had like 3 faces on each side of its face. Hindu gods. We've been through it before. They're the best.
They are the best.
It's the
gods.
best religion.
Yeah.
Anything to say on that?
No, I agree. Best religion.
No. I meant the god thing. Do you reckon that's true?
Yeah.
Do you reckon they could bring God through? Imagine that.
I don't know. It scares me. It's a bit like space, innit? I just can't get
Well-
involved in this.
It is scary.
Can't get involved. I'm not weighing in on this argument.
Yeah.
Okay, right, we'll move on to our next bit. Which a man in Kansas City shags a car.
Ollie.
Yeah. My brother lives in Kansas City, so maybe he might be able to tell us about this.
Maybe they're friends.
Maybe. Ryan Scott Malik was 4 times the legal alcohol limit when police found him in a questionable position with a parked car on May the 1st. Officers tried to get him to stop, but he just wouldn't. And then they had to just taser him to stop him shagging the car.
Logistically, what goes where when you're having sex with a car?
I think he was...
Exhaust pipe. It's
Yeah, I
gotta
think
be.
that's what he was doing, yeah.
Come on,
Okay.
Chris. Obviously, the exhaust pipe.
Apparently...
Yeah, alright, that was quite obvious.
yeah, where else?
The engine, there's loads of hole. I'm the expert. I don't know what I do.
There's it's quite the culture, isn't it? There's quite a lot of this goes on.
I've seen videos.
Yeah.
I've never seen that section on Pornhub.
It's there. You got nowhere to look.
He was apparently completely oblivious to what he was doing, so the police decided to taser him, and apparently there was an audience of like 6 other witnesses just standing and watching this guy get tasered for shagging the car, and he pleaded guilty for lewd and lascivious behaviour and was put on probation for a year.
Fair.
So
It
yeah.
seems reasonable. I mean, 4 times the drink driving limit, it's not a lot.
Well, yeah, but he wasn't driving either.
Well, yeah, but I mean, I suppose it's just used as a record to give us an idea.
Yeah, true, yeah.
But like, the drink drive limit's one
Well, in
drink.
America, it's quite lax, I think.
Oh, it's quite high.
Yeah, when I was out there, it was very lax.
Well, you're allowed 2 or 3.
Yeah.
Times 4,
It's 'cause
12 drinks.
It's because
That's
they
quite a
all
lot.
live so far away from each other,
Yeah.
and the roads are all straight, and they all drive automatics, so it's a bit like...
It's barely driving.
Yeah.
I don't subscribe to that logic.
No, I don't
No.
either, but it's like, over here, it's very much like... We, like, even, like, I'm like, if I find out when one of my friends is drunk driving, I'm like, oh, that's not cool,
No,
man.
it's not good.
Over there, they're like, yeah,
Yeah.
it's not so...
What about drink shag car? What would you do if one of your mates...
We get
you found
tasered
out?
for... Well, taser him.
Taser him.
We got any weird news?
I have.
Go on, then.
This is actually live real news. So-
Live?
Well, not live, but real life.
Real life, for you?
Not for me,
Oh,
but a friend of a friend.
friend of a friend.
MDMA makes man's lazy eye go straight. So I was with a friend of mine, Sam, Geordie Sam,
Yeah.
and he told me about a friend of his who has a lazy eye, just as you do. But when he takes the MDMA, they level out.
No
so
way.
then, so it cures his lazy eye. I know. And I fucking was crying.
That's
mate, when I
class.
did it. And then I wrote it in my phone, and then I was doing some notes and things for the show,
Yeah.
and I was like, what the fuck have I written here? And then I remembered, and I pissed myself all over again. There's been no sort of science or sort of researching into it, but maybe we might find a little cure for...
Bonk eyes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's very interesting. Any more? Was that it?
Yeah, I've got another real life one, actually.
Go on then.
A girl spewed on me.
Oh, nice. Is that news?
It's weird.
It's weird.
It
It
is
is
fucking
weird.
weird.
Do you know her?
No.
Oh, no way.
No, we were in Tiny Rebel pub on last weekend. And I sort of stood in the doorway. Not that that's my fault. And this girl was walking towards me, and I gave her a smile because she was looking right at me, and she just like grimaced, and I was like, "Oh, that's a bit rude." And I turned to the boys and was like, "See that? That's a bit rude." And she just spewed all over my back.
Gross.
Yeah, and then a couple of other guys, and I was like, "What the fuck?" And then a couple of other guys turned up, and they were like, "Joe, there's something on your back." I was like, "Yeah, I know, help!" And everyone just left me. So then I had to take my t-shirt off. Like, thankfully, it was only like a little bit on my t-shirt, but I had to bin that t-shirt straight away.
Gross.
I took it off and just launched it into the crowd.
So you walking around Cardiff topless?
Well, I had a jumper. I did get a good shear when I whipped the top off. So I was quite glad. You know,
that's good.
It's got a bit of attention.
You do. You love it.
Yeah.
Yeah, nice. Chris, got any weird news?
No.
No? Okay. All right, last bit of weird news is a politician is forced to change his name. Heard of this? Belgian politician Luc Anus, who's standing as council candidate, had to change his whole campaign and like all the banners and stuff because his funny name went viral.
Brilliant.
Sounds like Lick Anus. That's what it sounds like. That was funny.
You would be stealing those campaign posters, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Do you see there was a road sign or something in America that was Interstate 420.
Yeah.
And because people kept stealing the sign because obviously 420, the weed smoking holiday.
Yeah.
Not that I know anything about it, but they kept stealing this road sign because they wanted it. So then the local council or whatever changed it to Interstate Road 419.9.
No.
Yeah, and I think people are now stealing that
Yeah,
because
yeah,
of
well,
it
you
went
would, wouldn't you?
viral.
Yeah, you can't win.
No, you're fucked now. Yeah.
Yeah, class. Well, we have got one more bit of news. And it's that this is episode fucking 30 of Common Clay of the New West.
Yeah, that is weird.
Yeah. But so yeah, thank you for keeping it going. We'd probably be doing it if no one was listening anyway.
Yeah, probably actually.
Probably
Yeah,
would
that's
be.
how sad we are.
So yeah, that's it. Thank you.
Yeah, thanks for listening.
Episode 30.
It's not over.
It's not over yet.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's it for weird news this week.
There was some fucking weird news.
There are
that's
some
for
weird
sure.
news. Yeah.
I've been doing some real life journalism, haven't I?
Yeah, you have been. Yeah, out in the field, actually doing it properly. Yeah, nice.
Getting spewed on. Honestly, I was fucking so angry.
I'd be angry.
And the thing is, she then spewed all the way up the stairs. You know the Tiny Rebel pub?
Yeah,
It's like
Yeah.
big flight of stairs. There was a trail of sick. Because I went up there, obviously, to kind of wash sick off my back.
yeah.
And then she left the whole trail. And I was like, oh, this chick. Like. And then it was all the way into the women's bathroom. It was all over the women's
So she was
bathroom.
outside and she'd come inside to do this.
It was downstairs. It was in the
okay.
doorway from one room into the other.
I know. Yeah.
Yeah.
I like that pub.
Well, I've got weird memories of it now.
Yeah. Should we move to pop culture?
Yeah, go on then.
Oh, pop culture.
Jody's back. It's ridiculous. I haven't got any pop culture. I've been watching The American Office
No.
because it's back on Prime and it's just really funny.
Yeah.
Everyone's seen it. I'm not just
Never
gonna
heard of it.
I'm just gonna do some bits from it
Yeah,
that
yeah.
I liked, but
Yeah.
it's just really good. And
It is just one of those things you can keep watching as well, over
Yeah.
and over, and it's still as funny.
well, one bit of interesting news about it though is my favourite person in the world, John Krasinski or whatever
Oh,
his name
yeah,
is.
yeah.
In series 3, I was
Fucking
like,
hell, you can't get away from
I
this
know
guy.
I can't get away. Everything I watch, he's in. And in like the end of series 3, I was like, he looks really weird. What's going on? He looks really off. It's really strange. And I googled his name, end of series 3. Turns out he had to have his hair cut for a film. So at the end of series 3, he's just got like his weird wig on.
No way.
In the office that looks like Jim's weird hair, but it's just like not quite right.
That's
And I was like,
I'll
oh,
keep
it's
an eye
odd.
out for that.
Yeah, it's weird. You will notice it. It's really blatant once you notice it.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's my bit of pop culture.
Oh, nice.
I watched. Do you guys watch the UFC, the McGregor Khabib
Yeah.
fight?
Yeah.
That was good fun.
I did.
Yeah, I enjoyed that.
Yeah.
I text Chris saying this is becoming more like WWE, and I love it.
Yeah, I
I,
mean,
I don't. I hate it. It's just they're trying to be a sport. It's come away from this sort of like violent idea of locking two men in a cage, and it's become a sport. And then you get things like that sort of ruin it.
Yeah, it doesn't ruin it.
It is a bit like WWE.
I know what you mean though. Like for people who actually want this.
that's what it is. People who appreciate the athleticism of the
Yeah.
sport don't like the theatre.
Yeah,
but people
yeah.
who are like, yeah, I can take it or leave it, they like all the drama in the
Yeah.
theatre.
Yeah.
Because Rob, my housemate's a big sort of jiu-jitsu MMA fan and all that. And he's like really annoyed at it all. And I'm like, yeah, look, he jumps into the crowd. And Rob's like, oh, I'm disappointed. I'm so annoyed.
That's literally what I was like.
Very out of character though. I've seen a few of Khabib's fights, and afterwards he's always like sort of consolidating the loser. 'cause
Yeah.
everyone he's ever fought has lost. I think he's 20 something and 0.
28, I think.
Yeah,
right?
it's like
28
unheard
as well.
of. But he's always like consolidating them, and you know he's very respectful kind of stand-up guy. So for him to do that, McGregor must go right under his fucking
Yeah.
skin, which I'm kind of into. But
I'm into.
He's a bit of a bully, McGregor. I actually felt a bit sorry for him after the fight. I was like, oh mate,
He's an arsehole. Like I've heard, like it's obviously all an act, and apparently he's quite humble and.
I've seen videos of him with fans and all this other stuff. Read reports about him. He's just a guy who made it
Yeah.
from a shitty town. He's got loads of money. Who loves it.
I preferred it before he was all money though. I preferred him when he was more just kind of just funny and wisecracking rather than
Yeah.
And
yeah.
then with the whole Mayweather thing was just really annoying.
It's a bit. It was over. It's forced now, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's like he goes out of his way to try and put this character on.
Yeah, he's become a caricature of
My
himself.
favourite thing he ever said was they were talking. It was like a group of them talking, and they were all talking. And then one guy was like saying about how like he's gonna win it, and like God is on his side and Jesus is on his side. And then McGregor was like, "Oh, Jesus loves a knockout."
Yeah, he's funny. He is a funny guy.
Yeah.
He's brilliant. He just got better in every aspect of his game.
He didn't do
in that
anything.
fight.
He
I didn't watch
do
it.
one thing.
I didn't watch
You
it.
said earlier you watched it.
So I
Oh, you
watched
watched
all
the
the drama after.
yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
well, fucking
He's
wrestling.
that type of
Yeah.
fan we were talking about.
Yeah,
See,
yeah, yeah.
That's the actual fight.
Yeah, I'm one of those guys that like gets really into boxing and UFC for a day, 3 or 4 times a year.
Yeah.
And then I have really strong opinions on it that I've pulled from other people's opinions online, and then I just share that.
You did call.
I
think
did
it
call
was
this
you
happening though. I
the
did
fight
say
after the bus thing.
after the bus thing when I got into it again, I was like, "Oh, they'll fight."
Oh yeah, we called it on here, didn't we?
Yeah, I really think we did,
I think
actually,
we
yeah.
did. Yeah.
Dana White might have been listening. He might be one of the American listeners.
He
and
might
thought,
be.
do you know what, boys? That's a
a
hell
good
of an
idea.
idea. That's a hell of an idea.
WWE.
Because that's what I love about in boxing as well, and all combat sports. They're all like, "Oh, fuck, I'm gonna kill you," all this stuff, and I'm like, guys, you got a fight arranged. There's one happening
Yeah.
soon. Just chill. You're gonna get to prove yourself
Yeah,
very
yeah,
quickly
yeah.
in the ring. So just chill for now. Like no point scrapping in the press
Yeah, I
conference
know.
because we're gonna let you fight very soon,
Yeah.
and we're gonna give you loads of money to do it.
We should come up with another theory, and if it happens, then Dana White's definitely listening. And
I've got
taking-
the theory. I've got the theory is that they'll strip Khabib of the belt,
Okay.
and then they'll Conor will fight some bum for it,
Yeah.
and then Conor will win and have the belt, and then they'll have a rematch, and then it'll be the biggest thing ever.
Okay.
So that's what's going to happen.
My
Okay.
theory is tag teams.
Oh, that needs to be
UFC tag
It is.
teams.
Have you seen it? There's like it's not tag team, but there is like
Team.
a Russian team fighting thing.
Yeah, I have seen it.
That's
I have seen
scary.
it.
Shit.
Yeah, it
it's
is shit. Because as
terrible.
soon as one person's out, that's it, isn't it?
5 on 4 then.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and then that's it then.
It is good. It's a bit over the top.
It is. It's not as fun to watch as it sounds.
Have you guys seen the sorry, separate note, but people do competitive medieval
Yeah.
like swords and axes and suits of armor team fighting. So they get like maybe 10 or 15 v 15 and they fight for a nation. So it's like
Nice.
Germany v France. And they're like, fuck, I swear to God, hitting each other in the head with axes. I don't think they're particularly sharp. Or you can only do striking blows. You can't do stabbing blows.
That's awesome.
But there's fucking teams of these people all in armor, like you would like fucking medieval times, hammering lumps at each other. As soon as you take a knee or go down, you're out of the game.
Yeah, yeah.
But what's funny is there's these guys swinging axes and maces and swords and stuff.
Yeah.
And then the officials just have like really long sticks. So if they want to stop or break up a fight, they're from about maybe 15 feet away. They just kind of nudge the people with this stick just to kind of go stop, because they can't go too close because they're just wearing shorts and t-shirts and high-vis t-shirts. Do you know what I mean? So they're just like on the other side of the room going, please stop.
Oh, that's class.
Yeah, we'll get some videos. 'Cause honestly, I've sat and me and Rob watched the whole evening of it. I was like, this is my new favourite sport. There's also a good one, competitive wood cutting. Honest to God.
Oh yeah, no,
it's really good.
I went to a thing this year, like a fair thing, and they were doing it there.
Oh, were they?
Yeah, it was cool.
Well, yeah, they do
chainsaws and axes.
Yeah, they do it live in like arenas and stuff.
Oh no, this was in a field.
So what do they do? What, just chopping down a tree? They don't compete?
Yeah, they do different types. So they do one where you like have to chop the log the fastest or something.
Okay.
It's usually that.
But like but like one of them was like stood on the log and you have to axe it between your legs.
Yeah.
And like you could lose a leg doing that easy. It's dangerous.
Cool. Right,
Sounds
we got
interesting.
any more pop culture stuff? No. Watch anything? Cool. No, we'll move on to emails then because we got loads of emails. Okay. Hang on. We've got. Yeah, okay, this one's from Mike.
Just drop my phone.
He says, hey there, I was wondering if you guys have ever enjoyed something after assuming you wouldn't enjoy it. Mine was sushi. Raw fish sounded so gross to me, but after trying a supermarket pack, I realised it was pretty tasty, and then got braver and had real sushi, and now it's possibly my favourite cuisine. Cuisine?
Yeah.
So thanks.
Loads of things. I write off everything the first time I hear about it, and then I'm too stubborn to admit I really like it.
Yeah.
Your brother, when he was living over here and not in Kansas City, whenever I'd be in the car with him, he'd play One Direction, and I'd be like, I hate this. And then towards after a couple of days, I was like, I really like this. Listen to these songs in private.
I was not expecting you to say, of all things, One Direction.
One
was
Direction.
not going to be what I was thinking, but okay.
What's another thing? Musicals. My girlfriend watched a lot of musicals, and I write them off, and then I watched that. What's the one? Les Miserables. And that's really good.
Is it good?
That's really good. It's about French guys, and they're all singing, and then something happens in France, and it's good.
Sounds great. I've never seen it.
I did see it. I was tricked into seeing it by my girlfriend at the time. I was like, oh, it's full of songs and stuff. And she was like, no, I really want to watch it. There's no singing. It's all singing. There's no words.
Just singing.
Yeah. And like 30 seconds in, I was like, they're singing.
Yeah.
She's like, oh, it's on now.
For my last, I think it was maybe last Christmas or the Christmas before, my dad was like, instead of buying you and Laura presents, you don't want any present. Do you mean you don't
Why?
want? Well, just because. Well, I don't know, he was like, we'll take you out and we'll go out for we'll go to like a show and then go for food and stuff.
Oh,
We were like,
okay.
yeah, sounds nice, let's do that. Went to see Shrek the musical.
Was it good?
It was terrible. It was absolutely shit.
Where was that? In Cardiff?
In the Millennium Centre, yeah. It was probably a
cool.
big production,
Was
like. It was shit. It was honestly the worst thing I've ever seen in my life.
Did you dress up? Did you paint yourself green?
Yeah, I dressed as Shrek, yeah.
No one else did. Everyone was wearing suits and like opera wear. Like,
It was awful. It was terrible.
Tell you what, the one I went through for this was the American Office, because I was such a big fan of the UK Office. I was like the whole thing about the UK Office is it's British, and this is like, it's so British humour, and you have these sort of weird eccentric characters in the UK. It's never going to carry in the States. And then everyone was going, no, it is good. And then I watched 2 or 3 episodes. I was like, oh fuck, it's brilliant.
Yeah, it is brilliant. It's a different kind of brilliant, though.
That and Olives.
Olives. Oh, see,
Yeah.
I'm still not there with olives.
Oh mate,
Yeah,
in Subway I'm like extra olives,
No
and they're like,
way.
yeah.
Nothing to do with grapes. I thought they were like savoury grapes. Nothing completely different thing.
I can see that. So you got some grapes. You either dry them out for raisins, or you put them in like some brine or some salty water.
This
make
is what
them
I was
savoury.
thinking.
I can
This
see
is
a
what
bit
I
of
was
logic
thinking.
there. Yeah.
They're olives.
Savoury grapes.
Olives are the ones with stones in it, innit?
Yeah.
My mum, I think it was olives. It was something that had a stone in it anyway. She was in a bar on holiday somewhere, and she was just ordering drinks at the bar, and she saw like a little bowl with what she thought was peanuts on the bar. So she like grabbed a handful and threw them straight in her mouth, and they were actually just like this big Spanish guy was just spitting olive stones in them.
Oh my god!
Oh,
That's brilliant.
that's great.
And she was just like, whenever we talk about it now, she just like retches. She's just like thinking about it. I don't know if she actually like bit down. I think she just put a couple in her mouth and looked. I was like, oh, fuck, these are peanuts. Oh, it makes me sick thinking about it.
That's grim.
Okay, cool. So the next email is he says he's emailed in before. So,
What was that guy's name? The first guy?
Mike.
Mike.
Thank
Cheers,
you, Mike.
Mike. Yeah,
Where are you
cheers.
from? Let us know.
Good.
Well, it could be Mike, South African Mike. I don't know. I didn't check the emails. I'll check the emails.
Natasha.
I don't think it was. I don't think it was.
Well, thanks, Mike.
Yeah. Tell us where you're from and I'll do an accent.
No, don't do an accent.
Do
tell us where you're from.
an accent.
Okay, Darren says hello again. He says, I'm glad you enjoyed my last batch of shitty life tips. I don't really remember them, but I seem to remember
do.
it
Do you
happening.
remember, was it like, loading screen tips? or
Yeah,
something?
no, that was a
That was a
questions
different
episode,
one.
yeah.
Oh, was it?
But he says, I have another load to send you.
He's going to send me a load.
He's going to send us a load.
Oh,
He says, can you smell gas? Light a match and walk around to locate the leak.
good idea.
Good
Yeah.
Yeah.
He says, in a public bathroom, if a public bathroom door is locked, don't forget to repeatedly try and open it.
I've got a good story around that, but we'll save that for a later day.
He says, if you're ever bored, punch an orphan. Who are they going to tell? I
feel like this guy and Chris would be good friends. I feel like you guys
Go
would get
around
on.
punching orphans listening to One Direction.
And then his final one, which is probably my favourite one, he says, when playing soccer, kick the ball with both feet and it'll go further.
I don't think it's ever been done.
Scorpion kick.
Oh, saying that, it was the keeper that did the
Yeah,
scorpion
true,
save.
yeah.
And that went fucking miles. when
Yeah.
he saw it.
It's true.
Who was it? Renita, was that?
Colombian money.
Yeah.
Colombian keeper.
He was Colombian, yeah. It was against England. Jamie Redknapp was the victim.
The victim,
Yeah,
he got scorped.
Okay, our last email is from Natasha.
Oh.
Again, she's emailed in again, so thank you.
How'd she say her name?
I can't remember. He says, Al, Joe and Chris, sometimes I watch programs like The Apprentice and Dragon's Den and sit there thinking, what the fuck, who are these people and how did they get this far? It's stupid. Have you ever thought of what you would do if you were on Dragon's Den? We all have a secret business plan, but what is yours? Mine is as follows. If you could change your body to be aesthetically pleasing to your desired look for one night, what would you do? Go up a cup size, have a bigger dick, or fancy a plumper upper lip but don't want to go under the knife, or you want to try it out first before committing to surgery, or you just can't afford it? I'd want to bring in temporary and completely natural body augmentations to the masses with no serious complications. Using the unique properties of bee sting toxin and essential oils, customers can use the pipette at home to put on a desired area until they have the desired effect, which will wear off by the next day. The brand is called Boobies.
Nice, like bees.
Boobies, yeah. And she then puts in brackets, no actual research has been done to see if this works, so don't try this at home. Hashtag stuck a million dicks.
Woo.
Love Tash.
Sounds like lots of research.
Oh,
has gone into
hashtag no bees were harmed.
that. Oh, nice.
Yeah, so, what would your...
Well, if it was only there for one night, I don't think I'd do something I wanted. I'd just get like a pair of double D tits and go out in town and just be like, "What's up?" Yeah, that's probably what I'd do.
Massive hands.
Yeah, just get massive like huge hands. Like Charlie's uncle on Always Sunny. Yeah, do one massive hand. big head.
Was it James Bond GoldenEye? You can have big head mode.
Big potato head. Yeah, I'm generally quite happy with my
Shrek
body.
ears.
Oh shit!
Shrek ears.
Yeah.
Oh, like Khabib, he's got those cauliflower ears.
Yeah,
hasn't
he looks. He's got funny beard as well, doesn't he? They shave the mustache but grow the rest of the beard. It's an odd look.
Yeah.
It's a very Eastern European look, isn't it?
I think it's a particular religion.
Maybe we won't go into that then. We won't make fun of that too much.
Yeah.
But what are they called? Amish are the same, aren't they?
Yeah,
You can make fun of them.
yeah,
So
yeah.
The
that's
neck
fine.
beards.
Yeah.
Yeah, they won't know.
No, So what would be your Dragon's Den business idea, Chris?
I've got. I try them. I've got a few.
You have
failed,
tried a couple,
failed
actually, yeah.
businesses
Have you?
myself.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
You've applied for Dragon's Den?
No.
Oh,
I should though.
oh.
I should though.
don't
But
think
my whole business plan was sex toys.
Yeah.
That was it.
Chinese sex toys.
Just dildos and that.
Yeah. To be fair,
To walk into Dragon's Den, just wagging. You've got loads, you can't hold them all. You're like dropping them.
not in a box or a bag, just loose.
I did think about doing when we had the sex toy business, and it tailored off, and we weren't selling many things left, but I still had loads of stock. We thought about setting up one of those like prank websites where I'd send fleshlights to someone's office you didn't like. So you go on the website,
actually.
and we just send it, but make the box like really obvious, and it would turn up. When I left, we were talking the other week about bosses we didn't like.
Yeah.
I was so tempted to just send a box to him, like a massive, huge box of sex toys.
He had loads, yeah.
Just he'd know who he was, he'd know where we would come from, but he wouldn't be able to prove it.
Well, I think
That's
he
a
would.
really good idea.
You have a sex toy.
It's so crime
business.
made. It's a present.
Yeah, true.
Thank
Yeah.
you for the opportunity. Here's some dildos.
On. Some vibrators.
Boxes moving around the room.
Yeah.
That's a really good idea, because I see those companies, like, you can send like a bag of horse shit
Yeah.
to
Yeah,
like your
yeah.
ex-girlfriend or whatever. That's a fucking brilliant idea, actually.
There's lots of passive-aggressive
What-
people out there
Yeah.
who would do that sort of thing.
What was the idea we came up with on one of the episodes? We were like, we'll take it offline. I can't remember now. Do you remember? I was like, legit, that was a good idea. I think it was to do with your sex toys again. I can't remember that.
I remember, but I can't
Something we
remember.
could
do.
I remember talking about it, but I
Yeah.
can't remember what it was.
We'll have to listen back and find out.
I think that's all for emails this week. Oh no, what would your idea be?
Yeah, mine would be, give me 50 grand. I'll turn it into 250 grand, but I won't really tell you how.
Yeah.
Just, I know a
Pyramid
guy. Yeah, let's not write anything down, but trust me,
Yeah.
we'll flip a bit of cash. It'll be fine. Wink, wink.
I don't know what mine would be.
Sex toys.
Sex toys
Yeah.
again, yeah. Don't know.
Start a medieval fight club,
Yeah.
but with dildos, with massive rubber fists and that, and people can beat each other up with them. Start their own sport.
Yeah, well,
Nice.
what's his name? 50 Cent, off the back of the UFC thing. I know that was a while ago. I think he's involved financially in Bellator, which is the kind of the championship to the UFC's Premier League.
Oh,
If that
okay,
makes
yeah.
sense. They kind of get like the up and comers or the kind of the old heads that are not fit enough or good enough to fight in the UFC anymore. I think he's got financial investment in that. He contacted Khabib, I'm going to get rid of, to say, UFC are treating you badly here, come fight in the Bellator, I'll give you some cash.
No way.
And Khabib was like, yeah, go on then.
It's going to take something like that for Bellator to catch up, because people are saying like the UFC's not as important as it was. There's other people around them now.
Well, I heard from a guy that I used to work with that like some of the lower fighters on UFC are like they're
Don't
on
know
like
much.
less money than I'm on.
Yeah.
They don't know much.
Fight.
Yeah.
Put
Because
your
they pay
body
like
through hell.
15 grand for a fight, but then they may fight once or twice a year.
Yeah.
And with all the other stuff that goes into it, it's not like you get to the UFC and you've massively made it.
Yeah. It's literally the top competitors in each division earn very good athlete money. The rest of them, not so much so.
I'd
Like
start
I
a
think
business.
even on the McGregor-Khabib fight, even though Khabib was the title holder and 26 or 28-0, I think before there was any kind of bonuses, so you get a win bonus and a
Yeah.
performance bonus and stuff. I think McGregor's purse was 3 mil, Khabib's was 2. But that's
He's the draw. He's the draw, isn't he?
well, I think that's a good that's a kind of an example of how it's flawed, because the fighters are getting a bit like kind of pissed off with it. Whereas if Bellator were to actually go, hang on, we'll do it properly here, there could be an opportunity for them to. So that would be my Dragon's Den idea: invest in Bellator, give me the money, I'll go speak to Fiddy and Khabib, and we'll set it up. Bellator. The new UFC
Two.
is better,
UFC mine
better than UFC in brackets.
Mine would be, since I moved out of Cardiff, the one thing I can't get delivered is noodles, like good noodles in a box.
Oh, okay.
Like all of the other takeaways are available, but noodles aren't. So I'd
You're going
start.
to set up your own noodle kitchen in Caerphilly. Okay. Okay.
So that's that.
Supply and demand.
Supply and
People
demand,
want
yeah.
noodles. There's no noodles.
Just keeping yourself in noodles and become a millionaire.
Keep myself in business
Yeah.
and have loads of noodles. Cool, that's it. That's it for emails. That's it
Good
for
emails.
pop culture. If you want to get in touch, please do commonclavenews@gmail.com. Our website is just at commonclaythenews.com. Our Twitter is at commonclaypod. And welcome to all our new Instagram followers.
Hi,
There's loads of you.
Oh yeah, there
We've
is.
tripled in Instagram.
yeah, we're loving it. We're blowing up online.
How many's Justin Bieber got? Like,
Not-
not that many, much more.
Not
now.
that many more.
No. Ours is certainly a percentage of his.
Yeah,
Like, numbers-wise.
numbers wise.
Yeah.
I don't know the percentage, but...
If you're listening, Justin, give us a shout out.
Give a shout out Justin Bieber, yeah.
Yeah.
For your next album.
Yeah.
Do they do albums? I've got it all. I think that'll do.
Thanks for listening.
Thank
Email
you.
us in.
Yeah.
Cheers.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Bye.
Bye bye.
The common clay, the common clay, the common clay of the new Morons.
Thank you for the opportunity. Here's some dildos.